Hey guys, it's Bill Soriano from Pittsburgh. It's Saturday, May 24th. It's starting off here the Memorial Day weekend, and I really didn't want to put any videos out, but there's just several things I really need to talk about today. I really need to show you, and of course, the first reason to do a video is to do the weekly recap that I always do on Saturdays for my damn near 100% objective 4-hour supply and demand trade plan. Okay, so I am going to do this in this video. But there's also a few other things that I have to talk about here that are important for you guys to see and to understand. And first of all, as always, I'm not an investment advisor. I'm not here to give you investment advice. My videos, my PDFs I share with you are all for educational purposes only. Forex is risky. You can lose all or part of your capital, which is why you should always start out trading on demo, right? And also remember that past profits do not equal future results all the time, right? So I want to get that out of the way. But let me share my screen here if I can. So give me 1 second here. So the first thing I want to do is I want to talk a little bit about GFU. Okay. And as you guys know, I've my 4-hour supply and demand zone trade plan is a free strategy that you don't need to be a member of GFU to participate in. You can do that on your own. It does take some time and energy every day to do it. Um, but if you're looking for something that's more done for you, that's where GFU comes in. GFU has actually 6 live academies here that you get access to. You get access to everything that GFU has for one price. Okay, the other company that we were with, they wanted to charge you for each additional upgrade. You got like a basic package for the monthly fee, and then you had to add on to that. GFU is a lifestyle company. They offer other things besides, you could see here we have Forex, crypto, e-commerce, social media, mindset. There's a financial academy here. They have a travel portal. They have other types of products as well. But we tend to focus on the Forex and the crypto, and I tend to focus on Forex, but they have 8 scanners now that you get access to. There's 8 scanners here that you get access to, and what I've been doing is I've been doing intro videos and introducing you to one of these scanners each week. I do a video. I put it on in a PDF file, so many of you probably have these. And you can access those PDF files for free. You get my overview video. Of course, you can't use the scanner or do the or trade the signals the scanner gives you, or the ideas, I should say, the scanner gives you, unless you become a member of GFood. And so why it's important to mention this today is that we were given a $50 discount link, because basically what we did was the leaders of our community decided to move everyone from the company that we were with for 8 years. They were called IYovia. They were formerly called I Am Academy. But they recently changed their name to IYovia. Uh, and what we did was we moved everyone over. Okay. And so the company gave us this discount link that's for $50 off. Now it was supposed to expire um, on Monday. And I think what happened was I think they forgot to take it down. So we're assuming that it's still going to be up here through next Monday since they forgot to take it down. So it's important for you to see this and for me to mention all this, because you could still save $50. If you want to join GFood, let me know. I'll send you my link. You can try out all these academies. You can get on the live training. You can try out these scanners, and you could do that for 7 days. And if you're not happy, you can request a money back guarantee. As long as you do it within that 7 day window, company will give you your money back. But more importantly, you can save $50 if you get started here before Monday, because that link is still working. Now, they could shut it off at some point. I don't know. But in addition to that, guys, I have another bonus that I want to offer you. Okay. I have actually another $50 bonus that I want to give you access to, and only the people that are watching this video right now here today will know about this additional $50 bonus. So If you're watching this video and you're interested in joining JIFU, you want to get my link, first of all, so you can save the initial $50 and then say, hey, Bill, let me know about the additional $50 bonus that you're offering, okay? But the reason why I mentioned JIFU also is in this other company we were with, IYovia, is because the foresight, is it foresight or what? I don't know what word I'm looking for, but the vision that the leaders of our community had, because just about I think it was 2 weeks ago, maybe a little bit longer, they made the decision to move everyone over, like I said, from IYovia or Academy to JIFU. And I want to show you the significance of this. And let me just show you the emails that I got back on 5/15. So right here on 5/15, again, I don't know the exact day we started moving people over. It couldn't be more than 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 at the most. On 5/15, IYovia sent out an email saying notice of termination of independent business owner agreements. This means they got rid of their network marketing or MLM model. So all those people in the company that had built an organization underneath them were earning like, anywhere from $500 to $50,000 a month from that organization that they built for this company. Their money's gone. Their income was gone at that point. They made the decision to go to a direct-to-consumer business model. So all of those people immediately lost their income. Then I think it was about a week later here, on Wednesday this week, I believe, they sent out an email saying they've officially suspended their operations. So IYovia is gone, right? As of Friday, May 23rd, 11:59 p.m., we're disabling all functionality across websites, apps, and subdomains. Everything's gone. So if you go to IYovia right now to try to log in, this is what you get. IYovia is officially suspending its operations. We are committed to winding down the company, blah, blah, blah. They're gone. I mean, people that had built these organizations and had income coming in every month because of all that work they did, they got a 2-week notice telling them, hey, you're done. You get no more money. Could you imagine that? And the vision that our community's leaders had, I guess Michael Angel Martin, Dave Thomas, Michael Angel Martin is the head of our community, obviously. The vision that this guy had, I mean, they had no idea this was coming. IYovia wasn't going to tell anybody that, for sure, right? They just knew that things were getting worse and worse. Things were going downhill with the company. They were losing executives. They weren't replacing them. It was getting harder and harder to get people in. And they made the decision to move over. And it was just a life-changing decision for all of us, that moved over with them. So I wanted to mention that. And now that that is done, I'm going to go over the charts here and look at the 4-hour supply and demand trade plan. And this is the PDF for that, right? So all the instructions are in here. I made an updated video here. Well, that's not an updated video. The second here, the new entry model is updated, right? So this video is updated. And then we have information on JIFU in here too. And if you want to get that $50 bonus, you can still click on these links here if you have this PDF. It'll be in the description area of this YouTube video anyway. And if you're watching the video on a different social media site or Facebook or LinkedIn or get an email and you don't have the link to the PDF, just contact me and I'll send it to you. But anyway, let's look at the trades. Remember, the purple flags are the trades that would have gone off. And I'm going to go over a couple trades that would not have worked out, and I'm going to explain to you why they would not have worked out. There's really a simple reason for it. This was one pair here. So initially here, AUD-CAD, you could see back here on the 13th, we had this move above the 800, right? And that's how we determine the trend. That's all in the video and on the PDF file. That when price is above the 800 and the 50 is above the 200, we're bullish. When price is below the 800 and the 50 is below the 200, we're bearish. Okay. So in this case here, price was above the 800, which is the dark blue line. The 50, which is the aqua line, was above the 200, which is the gray line. So we were bullish. We identified this supply zone here. Price came down into that zone, right? And you could see it reacted upward. It came back, and then we would have just gotten stopped out had we done this trade. And again, it looks like maybe we wouldn't have. It's very, very close. And normally when it's this close with your broker, you will get stopped out. And I actually did take this trade just to see what would happen with my broker on my demo account, guys. And it did get stopped out. Okay. But, on here on TradingView, it looks like maybe it kind of hung on there. Okay. But you might say to yourself, well, what happened with this trade? Well, a couple of things happened here. So in order for price to get to our supply zone, it has to cross below the 800 EMA. So that's a bearish sign for us, right? We're trying to take a bullish trade. The price is just popped above the 800, and now it's popped down below. Okay, so that's the first thing. Then it actually crosses and closes below the 50 EMA. And then as it comes into the zone, it crosses below the 200 EMA as well. So now, although the 50 has not crossed below the 200, we have price below the 800, price below the 200, and below the 50. So this was just not a good trade to take because of that. And it ends up losing for me anyway on my demo account because I did take it. And, again, if you look on TradingView here, it looks like, oh, maybe it's hanging on. I don't know. It looks like it, but usually when it gets that close, you end up getting stopped out. The other trade that didn't work out was the same thing, NZDJPY. We had a move up above the 800, same way, and the 50 was below the 200. We identified this zone here. Price, again, in order to get to that zone, price had to cross below the 800, the 50, and the 200. Okay. It also closes below our zone, invalidating it. And you can see here, it then makes a move up. And if you get in it, you end up getting stopped out. Now let's show you a couple of trades that would have worked out for you last week. This is GBP AUD. This one, we actually did take this trade on demo. This trade went off back at the beginning, toward the beginning of May. I think it was May 6th, or maybe it was Tuesday, May 6th, when we actually got into this trade on our demo account, and we actually exited this trade in profit early. But let me just show you the difference in this one. The difference in this trade is, you see where the 800's at? Price is well above the 800. The 50's above the 200. And they're both above the 800. So that's a little bit better sign, right? So as price comes down into this zone here, yes, it does cross below the 50 and the 200. And at one point here, the 50 EMA even crosses below the 200. But price is still well above the 800 day. So that's really the main concern, is that if you're going to take a buy, when you go to pull the trigger, price has to be above that 800 EMA. And if it's not, if moving back to the supplier demand zone causes it to flip on either side of that, then that's a trade you want to stay away from. Okay. You have plenty of pairs to trade. There's plenty of pairs you could look at. You can just keep an eye on it just to see what happens, but you don't want to take that trade. Now here, what happens is price comes back. We get that move up. That change, right, gives us our buy shift on the 1 hour. We got a change of character on the 30-minute. That's all in this video right here, guys. I talk about here in this video Sorry about that one. This video. Yes. The new entry model for the damn near 100% objective 4-hour supply and demand zone trade plan. Right? Here's the rules for it right here. Once price hits 4-hour, drop down to 1 hour, wait for an impulse candle that creates buy or sell shift using 513 EMAs. Once you get a buy or sell shift, drop to 30, wait for a change of character. Right? Then you draw the fib retracement and everything. You just follow along here, what it says here and what I do in the video. We get in this trade, right? As price comes back down to our 71 here. Price moves up, comes back down, and then goes up to our where the take profit would be at on May 22nd, right? So you would have got in that trade on May 6th. So you would have been in that trade for a couple of weeks, guys. Now, a couple of things that we do, right? When price is up, right? 1 to 2, 2%. So when we have a 1 to 2 on this, and look at this risk to reward right here. You get a 1 to 2 right about here. So when price moves up here, that's where we like to sell half the position and move the stop loss to break even. Okay, so we're up 2%, right? We risk 1% to make two, to make 2 or 3 or 4%. But once we're up 2%, we want to close half the trade, move the stop loss to break even. Okay, so we do that about here. Price pulls back and then goes up and gets us to our target. Okay, so the other trade that would have worked out for you is EURNZD. Again, price is well above the 800 EMA. Okay, back here, the 50 is above the 200. We mark up our zone. Price comes back to our zone, right? It pulls up, goes up, gives us that buy shift on the 1 hour, change of character on the 30-minute. Then price pulls back. What happened here was, remember, we have to get at least a 1 to 2 risk to reward. So, and we use the 4-hour time frame. We use the zones for that. So our stop or invalidation goes right below the supply zone here. And our target is the beginning of the next, I'm sorry, the stop goes below our demand zone. We're buying in this position. The target is the beginning of the next supply zone. So when we do that, if we get in this trade, let me just show you at the 71 fib, that's only a 1 to 1.41 risk to reward. The 78.6 was a 1.77. And so we had to use the 30-minute refined supply and demand zone, which was right here on the 30-minute time frame. And that gave us a 1 to 2.28. So price pulled back to that area and we got in, we would have gotten in the trade and then it moved up. Now, it didn't get to full goal yet, but again, right here, you could see here on this candle right here on May 21st, price moves up and we're up 2%. So again, at that point, we would sell half the position and move the stop loss to break even. So now price is retracing and we'll see what happens with it. So those are the 4 trades that went off last week. Okay, now I wasn't, like I said, I did take the one losing trade there, the odd CAD. I didn't take EURNZD, and I had taken GBPAUD back on the 6th, but I got out of it early, like I said. And then NZD JPY, I didn't take either. But these were the 4 trades that went off last week. So again, this is the weekly recap for my damn near 100% objective 4-hour supply and demand trade plan. And this would be for the week, obviously, starting May 18th. Okay. So that's what we're looking at, guys. Again, If you're interested in getting started with JIFU, let me know. You can still get that initial $50 off link, right? Save you $50, and then you get with me and I'll show you how you can save another 50. Till next time, guys, have a great Memorial Day weekend.